Alright, we're back. What I tried to do didn't help. I have a Ethernet cord running from my computer down to the modem, but I'm also connected to just the Wi-Fi through the wireless part. So I was wondering if maybe it was prioritizing the wireless connection. So maybe that's why it wasn't getting... why I'm dropping frames for some reason. Because there's no reason I should be dropping frames right now. Not with the internet I should have. So we could run a test real quick and see what it's running at. Anyways, what does Milkshake do? Magical defense by 1. We want the fortune thing. Fruits of fortune. I didn't mean to. Okay. Well, let's see what happens now. So we've already seen this cutscene.
Greetings.
Been so, yep. Oh, can I... This game doesn't have a skip function.
Excuse me.
Ha!
That's annoying.
Oh no.
But
And
Yep. Every game needs to have a skip function.
the line of the children.
It should definitely be something you have to
today.
consciously do. So even if it's like holding a button to bring up a prompt saying, would you like to skip?
I have waited.
That's fine. Oh wait. Oh, there it is. Hey, there's a skip button. At least for that. Wow. The fact that he takes so little damage from my attacks is kind of annoying. Alright, we can definitely do this now. Well, that's magical. I need to be a little more tactful if I can. You are a terrible shot.
Maybe sounds useful.
Ow. Ah. Oh god. Yeah, that's why. I knew that was going to happen as soon as I did that. Oof. Oh, did I hit him? No, I missed.
Maybe sounds useful.
Let's give you a little more health, shall we? Oh, we got a... Oh, he didn't need the help.
Here goes.
Where you at?
Here goes. Here goes.
Oh my god, I haven't hit him with it yet. There we go. Go ahead and give us another heal. I am going through some solarways, aren't I? Jeez. The combat system just doesn't support being this reactive to somebody.
Enemy down.
That's all of the 3 leaves we can use.
Here goes.
Got him.
Humiliated by 2 generations of the same accursed line. Damn you, Tildrum, and all your kind.
we don't have to do this, Mausinger. I didn't come here to fight you. I don't want to fight you.
Come, your majesty. You cannot simply bow to defeat. If you do not destroy these worms, our people will never be safe. They will never be free.
Free? Yes. We must be free.
But not like this. Don't listen to him.
Every last Grimalkin must die! Come, Oakenheart! Come to me!
And there it went.
Betray my master. How could you be so foolish as to ask such a question? And now, Lord Doloran, I have fulfilled my part of the bargain. My price was the kingdom, if you recall. I hereby claim it.
Yes, of course. You must be rewarded for your faithful service.
What? Oh.
Doloran, what have you done to him?
I have repaid the debt of a traitor, and not a moment too soon. This accursed kingdom. Not only was its ruler too pure-hearted to succumb to my corruption, even his closest aide proved immune to my advances. In the end, I was forced to settle for this contemptible worm. I have wasted so much precious time. But at last, my plan is complete. What a pity you will not be present to witness its glorious fruition!
So we now have to deal with Oakenheart. Oh boy.
Oakenheart! Has it really come to this?
Wait! You needn't do this alone. We'll fight him together.
Not a fan of flying bosses, though. Oakenheart, the Woods Walker.
Come on!
Whatever them flowers are pumping out, it ain't good. Avoid the polleny stuff and bash them blooms.
So weird. Thank you, game. Yes, that's how they've always been working. Now, please let me play.
All together now.
This isn't a new concept. There we go. That should be all of them. What's going on? Windproof barrier. Nice. fight we're doing. He won't even leave his foot on the ground. Will you get down here?
Make yourselves useful.
This is why I don't like flying enemies. You end up just waiting, because he keeps doing that. I can't believe they just have him hover in the air to make this even more annoying.
Here goes.
Wow, that didn't do it? Really? That should have been a lot of damage onto his paw. I don't see a reason to do this again, but sure. Of course you switched it right as I did my attack.
Cannot give up yet.
To me, I can protect you quickly. Where are you? There you are. Oh. There we go.
Here goes.
Smack. That didn't do as much damage as I should have. That was a little anticlimactic, actually. Oh, poison. Great. Get out of that. Oop. And I think we have some Venom Begons, right? This is the first time using a status item.
You're welcome.
Oop. That more than good enough to... Oh, I'm not attacking him in the right place. It's there. You have to get on the back of his horns.
No.
Ding Dong Dell is doomed. I have doomed it. For my king's bond to have been plucked from me so easily. I was not fit to rule. I was not strong enough. Take my life, Tildrum. It is your right. You must avenge your father. No, messenger. There will be no needless death. And this kingdom is not doomed. It will rise again, and it will do so because its people will work together to rebuild it. Cat and mouse, hand in hand. My father trusted you. You cannot fail him now.
It says... He believed in me. And I...
You see far, further than I ever could. You are a maker of plans, a doer of deeds, a true ruler. Yet there remains in you a lingering shadow of doubt. Doubt in others, born of doubt in yourself. A king must learn to trust his own judgment.
A king? You mean that... You still...
King Mausinger, I humbly propose that a pact be made between our realms. Will you sign the Declaration of Interdependence?
It is what your father would have wanted. For our two kingdoms to stand as one. And so it shall be.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Let us work together to make a better, more peaceful world.
You have come far, son of Leonard. I will gladly stand beside you. And I will make Ding Dong Dell a kingdom where all races can stand beside one another. The enmity of generations will divide us no longer. I salute you, Evan, Lord of Evermore.
Or do you? As for the Mark of Kings, I will entrust it to your keeping until such a time as a matter of Horned One has been resolved. You may have need of it yet.
Thank you.
I hope that I'll be able to return to you very soon. Very good. Now I'm ready when you are. Let us swear our pact.
Let our nations be joined for the sake of the world.
Let the banners of war ne'er again be unfurled. United we stand as one single land.
Now we have the 5th seal.
And sure enough, Ding Dong Dell began to change from that day forth. No longer did catkind cower beneath the ground in fear of tyranny. Instead, the Grimalkins stepped out into the sun and saw their brother mice as if for the first time. And the hatred that had divided them for so long melted away like so much snow. Well, perhaps not entirely, but these things take time.
Oh, Shadow.
The declaration's finished, Evan. You did it.
And we made peace with Mausinger too, which is something. But his king's bond was stolen, and Doloran really does mean to resurrect the Horned One.
So what if he does? You'll be ready to face him. You'll overcome this trial, just like all the others. After all, if you can as good as unite the whole world, you can do anything.
You're right.
But it's not over yet. And this last part isn't going to be easy.
What is the last part? Peace breaks out. That's the achievement I just unlocked. Okay, chapter 8 complete.
The time
Colorful.
has come. All 4 king's bonds belong to me.
What do you mean all 4?
At last, I shall have my heart's desire.
Something's not right. What the flip's wrong with you, Mon? Pull yourself together.
Chapter 9. To be a king.
Which definitely means we should have more side quests unlocked now.
Roland! What?
What the heck is going on? I'm okay. Anyway, never mind me. Did you see the sky? Batu and the others went out on patrol that way, didn't they?
Gosh.
Gosh, yes they did. Gorsh. Oh no, Sephiroth's casting Meteor. Oh, there goes Capstan Hole.
It's torn the very sea asunder.
Where did this land? No, it's Larvos. Wow, I make so many references from this. Well, they're not references in the game, but oh, maybe not. It's not Larvos. Pretty close though. Oops, sorry. Ooh.
Is that a kingmaker? If it is, it's the biggest I've ever seen.
Oh. The Kingmakers again. The Horned One has returned to us at last. Now the people of this pathetic world should give their souls to bring my beloved Alessandra back to me. Looks like we got a whole bunch of new enemies. More citizens for my kingdom, more power for my king's bond. And with every soul I steal, the more glorious my realm will become.
Ahoy there.
Here we are, Your Majesty, back in one piece near enough.
Forgive me.
I'm afraid we have some rather troubling news to impart. We sure do, but I think you'll probably guess what it is. What? Why? Just go. So, the Horned One really has returned. Indeed, we encountered the creature in the skies above the Blackened Isle. I recorded it on a Mimolith. You need to see this. This thing that shows the same exact picture we literally just saw. Close enough. It appeared along with a large landmass, which we can only assume to be the continent that was lost when the Horned One was sailed away. It's enormous. Look, it's Longfang. Not just Longfang, lad. The whole blessed lot there. Brian Skimmer, Bastion, and Oakenheart too. This is a veritable Kingsmaker conference. How did y'all get that picture? That would imply that y'all were right there underneath it, because that's like an upward angle shot. But there's something different in their bearing. They're not true Kingmakers, they are facsimiles. created through the power of the stolen King's Bond, I would assume. Well, whatever they are, they created some kind of barrier to protect the Horned One. Indeed, the moment the barrier was raised, the fiend began absorbing a succession of spheres of pure light.
What the?
Spheres of... what could they be? If you'll give me just a moment, Roland. Scant moments after absorbing the first of these spheres, the Horned One began to expel a great cloud of black creatures. Yeah, and they went flying off in every direction. Luckily, not too many of them headed this way. Urgh, they look horrible.
No.
As to the nature of these spheres of light, it is my belief that they were souls, distillations of the very essence of life. The Horned One absorbing the souls of the people of the world and transforming them, enslaving them.
Oh my!
That's awful. You remember what DeLorean did to Vert and Fermine? Well, the life was leached from him, when he became little more than a walking corpse. This is what happens when a person's soul is stolen. And you're saying that's happening to people all over the world? Even as we speak? They're being turned into the living dead? How can we turn them back?
Well,
I cannot say for certain, but there must surely be a way. And how come there's none around these parts? Have had their souls taken hostage, I ask ye. I think we may have Lofty to thank for that.
Norman!
Me? I ain't done nothing, man, I swear. You didn't have to. What's the one thing our nation has that the others don't anymore? That's right, a kingmaker. Well, they still have the kingmaker's still around. It's the king's bond that's not. The bond between you and Evan is still strong. That means we're protected.
Yeah!
Not bad, Mr. Kingmaker. Not bad.
Ain't it though?
Ain't it, though? Rick and I had a little inkling that it might be something like that. Stands to reason, done it. Me being all important in that. But why has he done all this? Why would he be so desperate to bring back the Horned One in the first place? I believe I can help there. Your Majesty! You must forgive my intrusion, Evan, circumstances being what they are. Not at all. You're very welcome. Now, on the subject of who DeLorean is and what exactly he might want, I believe I have some information that might clarify things a little further. 2,000 years ago, he was a ruler of a nation known as Allegoria, and he made a pact with the Horned One. Though his was a small and insignificant kingdom, by enlisting the aid of such a kingmaker, he thought to make Allegoria great, to bend the singular evil to his will. That tallies with what Niall told us back when we first learned about Doloran. But things did not go according to plan. Instead, a terrible tragedy befell the realm. Far from growing great, it disappeared from the world entirely. It is believed that he was unable to contain the fiend's all-consuming corruption, and that the entire continent Allegoria stood upon was spirited away to a place between worlds. Whatever happened, Doloran would appear to be determined to revive his vanished land.
What?
But why? Why would he want to bring it back after all these years? I don't know, but I think I understand why he needed all those King's Bonds now. Without them, he couldn't hope to control something so powerful. Well, whether we've been inkling as to why or not, I'd say the Swab's wish is more than a little close to coming true. 'Twas a kingdom-sized chunk of land appeared alongside that great creature, that's for certain. But if Doloran's got what he wanted, why would he be stealing everyone's soul? He needs followers, subjects. The more powerful he grows, the more powerful his kingmaker grows in turn. And one of his ambitious stretch, as far as enlisting the aid of such an utterly evil being, will surely not be satisfied with merely recovering his lost realm, and one whose ambitions stretch. Oh, there we go. No, now that he has means at his command, it would seem he intends to bring all the people of the world under his dark So he wants to take over the world? Well, we can't let him, we won't.
Yeah.
And how exactly are we supposed to stop him? You saw the size of that mountain of spikes he calls his kingmaker, didn't you? There is one possibility. Mornstar, the sword said to have been sealed away the Horned One's evil all those centuries ago. Mornstar? Alas, its whereabouts are no longer known. But there is yet time. The great evil gathers its force still. If the sword can be found before it reaches its full strength, we may yet stand a chance. But how? How do we find it if nobody knows where it is? How indeed. Any tale of 2 millennia in making will almost certainly be more fantasy than fact by now, and surely no records from that time remain. 2,000 years, eh? I think we might know where to find the records from that far back, don't you, Evan? Oh, of course, the library in Goldpaw. You're right, if anything from back then did survive, you can bet Bodley would know about it. Then it seems we have a plan of action. We will inform the rulers of the other realms of all that has come to pass. We will rally them to the cause and make ready for the Hornwood by force. You will seek out further clues as Morningstar's whereabouts. Alright. Very well, until we meet again.
Let's see now.
Alright. Wait, what was that about? Why did he say something? Oh, let's go talk to him. Oh no, I think it's just that he went back to Ding Dong Dell. Alright, let's see. I imagine we have more side quests again. Oh my god. Oh boy. Let's see what everyone needs real quick.
Hey.
Rudy! You haven't seen Newbie around the place, have you?
Not exactly.
Why? Is everything alright? Not really. Something kind of bad happened. So I was talking to this guy about weapon tech and stuff, and I happened to mention the kind of work we can and can't give Newbie. Turns out he was listening, and the next thing I knew, he ran off without saying a word.
Yeah.
I don't know what he thought he heard. Anyhow, ever since then he's been acting really weird, like super cold. I'll be just like, hi, and he's all like, whatever, man. I'm sure it's all just some stupid misunderstanding, but I can't fix things until I know what's going on with him, you know? Oh dear, perhaps I can go talk to him with him.
Thanks.
You do that? Oh man, if you could, you'd be really helping me out. Thanks, Your Majesty. Alright, sure we can make that the active one.
Hello?
Hello, Bygone. What are you up to? I came to collect the latest piece of armor that we sent to Fido to be repaired. The foolish boy is nowhere to be seen. Just where has he disappeared to? I'm sure he hasn't gone far. Let me go look for him.
Oh.
Thank you, Your Majesty. He really is nothing but trouble, that grandson of mine. That's rude. Alright, let's go see if we can't find... I don't remember which one this is already. Ah, there you are. What are you doing all the way out here, newbie? King Evan, I'm just examining the soil here. I am thinking about how to make various metals are formed and so on. Why? Do you need something? Not really. It's just, well, I've been speaking to Brody. Did something happen between you two? Brody? Oh. No, simply nothing. It's simply that, well, I was under the impression that he considered me an equal, a fellow weapon maker, but it seems I was wrong. You see, I heard him speaking about me with one of his friends. He said I'm not to be allowed to work on a certain weapon. He's just a kid, man. That's what he said. I see. Brody always praises me to my face, but now I've learned that his true opinion of me is rather different. You don't know that for sure, newbie. Perhaps he meant something different. But I understand how you feel. Thank you for telling me. I better go see what Brody has to say about this. Really? We're just going back and forth with what people have to say? Well, Brody, I've spoken to Newbie. He's upset because you said he's not allowed to work on certain weapons. Did you say that? That he couldn't work on certain things because he's just a child? Listen, Newbie's a great kid. He's super passionate. His skills are way better than most guys with years of experience. And it's not just me saying that. By the way, everybody in the industry says he's an awesome talent, which is why there's no way I'd ever put him in any danger. Danger?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of our work involves a lot of fumes. Dogfolk have super sensitive lungs, and he's a kid besides. There's no way I can let him do that stuff. That's what I meant when I said he was just a kid. It has nothing to do with his talent. I just didn't want him getting hurt. This guy understands why he took it that way, though. So it's all just a big misunderstanding. You could have told us to begin with. This would have been way quicker. Totally, but before you do that, I hate to ask this, but I do need another favor. You know the work I was talking about before with the fumes? Well, there is a way to make it safe, even for newbie. He just needs to wear a mask made of frosty fluff cotton. That way he won't be breathing any of the bad stuff in. Problem is, I'm clean out. I'm too busy to go get some more. Could you do that for me? Then you can take it to newbie and explain the whole situation. Of course, I'll go find some right away.
Thanks.
Alright. I think... Yeah, we have the frosty cloth. Or frosty fluff cotton. Brody was not angry with me, was he? I'm rather frightened to ask him directly. Hmm? What is this? Brody told me to give it to you. You just need to make a face mask out of it and you'll be allowed to work with the weapon he was talking about. But when Brody said you were just a child, it didn't have anything to do with your weapon making abilities. He just didn't want you breathing in any of the dangerous fumes, that's all. So Brody he was worried about me? Oh, I've been a fool. I must go speak with him right away. I must apologize. Well, it looks like we've sorted out that little misunderstanding. Let's head back to the workshop and make sure they're all friends again. That's why it's always important, like, if somebody says something about you that you're only half listening to, get some clarification. It's not always the case, but it could be something similar to this, where it's about something completely different than what you're taking it as. Also, some people don't have a way with words. I'm not the best at speaking. I may try and say something, but due to limited understanding of different words I could use, it may not come out right. It's always good to get clarification.
Hey there.
Majesty, thanks for your help. Now newbie's got his mask, so we can work on the weapon I was talking about. He'll have mastered it in no time. It's wonderful news. Now, I know you've done a lot for me already, but I have less teeny tiny favor to ask. That kid needs to be constantly challenged, man. He needs to be looking at high-grade weapons like the whole time, so he can always be learning. So I was thinking if you handed one over, being the king and all, he'll pay extra special attention.
Golly.
Another request.
Yeah.
Go figure. Radiant Blade of grade 8 or higher. Do we have one?
Whoa.
No item. Can I make that? Just wait a little while longer. I'm guessing I can't make Radiant Blades. Yeah. Oh, okay. Which means if we follow up on the other quest, it's going to be the same exact thing. A gruff granddad. This is going to end up being the same thing. Oh, there you are. What are you doing, Fido? Oh, King Evan. Do not worry. I'll be returning to work right away. Bygone's waiting for you, you know. What? My grandfather? Oh no. I knew it. I knew my armor would displease him. He must be furious. Oh, I cannot face him. I simply cannot. Oh, don't worry, Fido. I'm sure I'll be fine. I was a failure as a soldier, and now I'm proving myself to be a failure as an armorer. No wonder my grandfather's angry at me. Please, Your Majesty, can I go back? Face him. I cannot go back to face him now. Will you tell him for me? Please tell him that I'm indisposed.
Hello.
Hello, Bygone. I'm afraid Fido is, indisposed at the moment. Typical foolish young pup. He thinks I'm angry with him, does he not? Oh, how did you know that?
Right.
I know my grandson well enough. He's always lacked faith in himself. I did not come to rage at him, quite the opposite, in fact. His work is very impressive indeed. In fact, my men refuse to have their armor seen by anybody else. This is why I came to visit him personally, though I thought I should let him know how well I thought he was doing. You literally came to us saying how he was useless. Soldier's armor becomes a part of him, you see. Over time, it becomes impossible to tell where the man ends and the armor begins. Of course, most are too embarrassed to admit that, to admit the extent to which they rely on the work of craftspeople like my grandson. Gosh, he really has to hear this. You wouldn't believe how badly he's got the wrong end of the stick. He's still young, little more than a pup. The more I think about it, the more I believe it would have been better for you to tell him this. You too are young, he will listen. If he sees me, he'll simply run with his tail between his legs. If you do not mind, could you please take them 3 balls of cuddly warm cotton as well? He will understand its significance. Cuddly warm cotton? Alright, I'll see what I can do. Do I have the cuddly warm cotton? Yes. I wonder if my grandfather's still waiting for me.
Hello.
Great news, Fido. Your grandfather's not angry with you at all. Really? No, I do not believe you. He was merely pretending for your benefit. Your Majesty, as soon as he sees me, he's sure to erupt with fury once again. He really won't, I promise. In fact, he's got something very important to tell you. But, King Evan, it has been so long, I thought it'd be better now if we were not meet at all. Oh, I almost forgot. He asked me to give you this. I don't know how you forgot, which was literally just 2 minutes ago. Cuddly warm cotton? Grandfather always used this to polish his armor. So that's it. Spent so much time with him as a young pup. I would sit with him as he polished his armor, listening to his stories. There was a famous armorer in Goldpaw back then. My grandfather would always clean his armor before taking it to him to have improvements made. Soldier's armor grows to become a part of him over time. That's what he used to say. And the man who makes his armor becomes his brother. And he truly seemed to mean it. He was never a sentimental man, but his bond with the armorer was a true and deep one.
Yeah.
In fact, that is why I sought to become an armorer myself. I think I've always known that I could never be a soldier. But I loved him and respected him, so I wished to have the same bond that he had with his men if I could. I had completely forgotten this. Thank you, King Evan. You have reminded me exactly why I decided that armor making was my true calling. I must return to my workshop right away. That's wonderful to hear, Fido. But I must confess I'm still a little frightened of him. Would you mind coming with me?
What?
Really? I mean, I don't mind, of course, but you don't need to be frightened, I promise. And back we go.
Thanks.
You've done my grandson a great service, King Evan. Thank you. And thank you for giving me him the cuddly warm cotton, too. You're welcome, Bygone. I'm just glad you're friends again.
So,
There's actually another reason why I came here, another thing I wish to discuss with Fido. He's become a fine armorer, as you know, but there's still room to improve. The only way this will happen, however, is to expose to pieces of unsurpassed quality. For example, some warlord's armor of grade 8 or higher. My grandson were to spend some time studying a piece of... studying a piece such as that, he would learn a great deal, I'm certain. I see, then I better go find one for him. I think we do have that. Fido holds you in highest regard, you know. It would mean a great deal if you were to present him with that armor yourself. No? Wait, I thought that's the one I can make. Oh, no, that's not. That's this one. Might as well make it as good as we can. Not that it really matters. I thought Warlords was the very bottom one. This is what my grandfather asked you to bring me? That's right, he thought you might be able to learn a lot by studying it. I see.
Thanks.
Thank you, Your Majesty, for everything. There's not a day that goes by when I do not feel blessed to have had the opportunity to come to your kingdom. Thanks to you, I feel that I'm closer to realizing my dream than ever, and to my grandfather, too. I will not let you down, either of you. I know you won't, Fido. You've changed so much since I first met you, it's wonderful to see. Yay! Okay, we finished that one at least. I need to get... Oh my god.
wow.
I'm curious if I'm going to end up needing more money, or if this is going to be enough to carry me through the rest of the game. Oh, there's no place to teleport over there. I say over there, but... I don't even know where I'm going. Alright, what can we do for you?
Hello.
Hello, Bryce. How's everything going? Not so bad, I guess. Trade with the Broadleaf is booming right now, which is kind of fun.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of Broadleaf, I have good news and bad news. Which do you want first?
Gosh.
Good news, I think. Alright, here goes. I found a way we can get a hold of super cool Broadleaf ink component for free. It's wonderful. And the bad news? Well, well, if we want it, we're gonna find it. See, it fell out of the airship that was being transported in somewhere over the desert. It was something to do with perpetual fission reactors, so now the project's been shelved. Broadleaf ink doesn't need it anymore. Which is why I thought we could go claim it for Evermore. Nobody over at Broadleaf Mines, I already checked. How exciting, I'll start looking for it right away. I thought you'd say that. You're a good king. You're a good kid, Evan, and a good king, too. So yeah, all we know is that it's in the desert someplace. I don't have any more detail than that, sorry. Guess you'll just have to head over that way and keep your eyes peeled. Should be easy enough.
Oi.
Alright there, Evan. Would you like to hear a wee tale that'll put a smile on your face? Absolutely. Aye, of course you would. This isn't up the place for it, though. Let's go somewhere private, eh? Excuse me? So what's the story, Nile? You wouldn't believe this, Evan, but I've won some kind of prize. Look, I got this letter about it today. Dear Nile of the Forest of Nile, congrats, mate. You've been selected from a pool of thousands to win a top prize. Just come down to the Mugsboro and bring this letter as proof. Looking forward to seeing you. It's wonderful, Nile. Congratulations. Aye, that's it. There's just one wee problem, though. These old bones of mine are stiff as anything right now. I'm gonna possibly make it all the way out there and back. Do you think you could maybe go in my place? Listen now, I don't want to burst your bubble, but I'd ignore that letter if I were you. I've seen this kind of scam 1,000 times. Aye, but what if it isn't a scam, eh? I'm not gonna miss my chances to claim a prize. Of course, I know there's a chance it's dodgy, but it's a chance I'm willing to take. What do you say, Evan? Will you help me out, laddie? To be honest, I'm rather curious to see if the prize is real myself. Let's go and find out, Roland. Well, it's your funeral. Guess it can't hurt to go take a look. No, I don't want to make that one the active one right now. But that should be all the quests here. Once again, we go all to every place to see if we can recruit anybody. Which there should be a lot of people now, because we also have to go to Ding Dong Dell and recruit people. This should just be called Side Quest the game. Anyone else? Nope. God, this reminds me so much of another game. Music.
Hello there.
Skypair in the know. You heard what folks are saying about the wyverns, have ye? The swabs are up to something. The den's hive of activity, or so the word is out about the scouts. Up to what exactly? You've no clues yet. All I've heard is tells the lads of spine-chilling noises coming from toward the hole they call home. You don't think they're plotting some sort of attack, do you? You've not been able to close enough to find out, lad. Which is where you come in. Let's see you try your hand at spread a spine, I'll certainly do my best. I'll head over to the wyverns inn and see what I can find out. Let's go to the wyverns inn. Let's take care of this one real quick. The airship should be pretty quick. Back over here. Oh yeah, I don't think I got shut off. There was actually a mushroom grow place over here. Which I grew the mushrooms, but I had already flown up and grabbed the item. Alright, let's see what's going on over here. A base bone. So this is it. My short life is at an end.
Gosh.
You look awful. What happened to you? Pinkskins who slew our leader. How dare you return here? Read a rumor there was some sort of commotion coming on here. Can you tell us what's been happening? We destroyed our last leader. We must fight until a new one is selected. Gosh, I suppose that explains all your injuries. I suppose you didn't win then. Insolent Pinkskin. Was doing perfectly splendidly until he arrived. He? And who is he? Was once our friend, one of us, but angered warlord sent away, driven out of den. He has returned, far stronger than there once was, has defeated so many of us already. Alright. He's different. Oh, so it's a tainted monster. Okay. Let's get on with it. Oh my god. Can you stop talking, please? There's someone who's like mostly dead. You sure had a lot to say. Alright. Indeed, it is. Oh, wait, these were one of the really annoying guys, if I weren't they? Yeah, a second, let me make sure we are not tweaked the right way. Not that I guess it matters too terribly much, but... Alright, let's go for it. See what happens.
Leave this to me.
Wow.
Here goes.
Oop, I definitely want that. Where is it? I'm surprised we're actually stunning them. Jesus!
This'll knock your socks off.
Oh my lord. Alright, this is, well, it's a good time for that. Alright, now that we're up, let me go ahead and use this. Wow, that attack hurts. I'm amazed we got as far as we did.
Here goes.
Wow! I think it's because he's using dark. That was bad. Wait. Nice. I mean, I'm not above trying to cheap him out. It would be nice if we can activate this guy so we can get rolling back up. Nice. Let me go ahead and heal him up. And we're just going to keep our distance, actually. Ooh, wow, that actually does some pretty decent damage. I do need to get some MP, though. Oh. Tawny! Nice. I didn't realize he was that close to dying. Ooh, attained a Phoenix Tear. And Blister Guard Pendant. So I was right, he was infected the same way as the others. Thank goodness we managed to stop him before he did any more damage. Great, impossible, you defeated him? How? But you will not get thanks from us, Pink Skin. You are our sworn enemy. We Wyverns will rise again, and you will rue the day you crossed us. I suppose we're never going to be friends, are we? You should try being a little nicer to each other, though. You don't want something like this to happen again. Alright. Let's get back to the base. Was this quest really just for a tainted monster? I guess that's how they keep the higher level ones. I guess if all the tainted monsters were on the world map, then it'd be like crazy, because there are a lot of them. Wait there, matey. I was just wondering where'd you gotten yourself to. Well, did you find out what was swabs? Well, they weren't planning anything. One of them had become infected by the strange darkness seen elsewhere, and he was attacking all his old friends. It's alright now, though. He won't be causing any more trouble. Yar! I sent you to take a peek and you solved the whole sorry affair. Seems I chose the right man for the job. Dark nonsense of yours don't sound none too clever. Seems there's more and more of it about these days and all. We can worry about some other time. Here, you lad. You deserve it and all you've done. Nice. Alright, on to the... Oh, let's make sure. It shouldn't be... Okay. Let's go ahead and pick up Ding Dong Dell stuff. But before we do that, it's time for a break. So get up, stretch, and we'll be back in just a little bit. As soon as everyone catches up with this video. Alright, be right back in a minute.